last, with plenty of cold beer on tap to enjoy during and after a Husker victory against the Trojans. It's the Jay Foreman postgame show, live from the P-Dale Pub in Pleasantdale, this Saturday, immediately following the Nebraska football game on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Hello.
Angela, we have to break up.
But why?
Because you're a robot and I'm just a guy trying to get better internet.
It's Aloe Fiber, isn't it? I always knew you wanted faster speeds. My contract isn't good enough for you.
Face it, Angela, they let me talk to real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit aloefiber.com to switch today.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket.
Okay, playing 93.7 The Ticket.
Alexa, turn down the lights.
Dimming the lights.
Alexa, order a pizza, the big one, all the toppings.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Alexa.
That's a lot of pizza for just one man.
Alexa, just do it. Stop judging me, just do it.
As you wish.
Thanks, Alexa. You're my best friend.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now. In our new time, we're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
This is the Don't Punt Hour with former Nebraska receiver.
Throwing over the middle, completes the pass. He's got speed to the end zone. Touchdown. 45 yards.
And return specialist.
This time he beats the kicker and one more.
DeMornay Pierson-El.
Not only does the sideline have confidence in Pierson-El, but Pierson-El has confidence in Pierson-El.
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
All right, welcome back in to Ticket Weeknights. Harrison Arns on the ones and twos. As always, it is a Tuesday, or excuse me, it's a Wednesday, so therefore no NFL. We are live on the brick and mortar. Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. You guys can join in. We do have DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line where they understand the importance of exceptional service with a local heart. You can put a face to the voice, at least my voice, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, and face to the Allo VIP line graphic. Let's bring him in. DeMornay Pierson-El, how's it going on a Wednesday night?
It's going pretty good, not too bad.
And I want to start with the game that's going on right now. We got Husker Hoops starting. They got FDU. Dickinson is up right now, 7-6. And currently, Nebraska has points on all free throws. They are 0 for 4 on the floor, 0 for 3 from the three-point line. But free throws, 6 for 6. That's where they got all their points. And they did finally just make a basket, though. But what's your thoughts heading into this one? I know Dickinson, it's not a super feared opponent, but they're certainly capable of beating this Nebraska team if Nebraska doesn't show up.
You know, I mean, anybody can get beat if you don't show up and do what you're supposed to do. I mean, as of right now, it's still early and whatnot, but we're still figuring out, you know, what exactly this team is. And I mean, that's fine. And then, you know, slow starts aren't, you know, the most terrible thing. But as long as, you know, they build off of that. So give them a little bit more time to kind of wake up, but they definitely need to handle business and, you know, not overlook opponents.
Yeah, and looking at this team, and we'll talk about updates and give scores as we go, but like when you think of the Nebraska team we have this year, what are the strengths? Like what are some real things that Nebraska can kind of hang their hat on that you expect them to be able to do consistently as the season goes on?
Honestly, I think they're more of an athletic team than they were last year, and I think that's saying a lot. They beefed up and kind of matched a lot of the Big Ten or a lot of, you know, some of the teams that they've seen, whether that's the SEC in the tournament or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But we went bigger. I mean, most teams that, you know, went up against us, we were often, you know, smaller. I remember, you know, us going against Purdue with Edey and everything like that. I mean, he's a man-child and a giant. I get that. But even with you know, with Creighton and whatnot, everybody seemed to be, you know, just so much bigger than us. So I think us having a height advantage, I think we have a lot of athletic guys that, you know, came in that are not just one way. There are a lot of energy guys. They play both ways. They create points. You got sharpshooters that come in. You got floor generators that came in. I think this team will be the nucleus of the team of being gritty, I think, is there. I think you have a more veteran presence with guys who wants to be here, guys who got the second chance to get things done. It'll be that type of group. I don't think they'll be the most athletic, but a piece of what they were last year was just fighting tooth and nail with a lot of, you know, older guys. Hopefully, you know, smarter basketball, making, you know, better shot selection or whatnot, and not just live and die by the three. And, you know, hopefully Casey, you know, will get hot. So I think that's what the team is going to hang its head on, that there'll be more of a collective group, and everybody kind of will be that two-way type of energetic type of style of play.
Yeah, and the one thing that's going to be interesting for me is, like, to what somewhat of you said there at the end, I don't think this is going to be a 3-point team where we're just going to sling it nonstop, especially when you lose K-State Tominaga. It's like a little bit different when you have a guy like that on your court who can get that going. I think we'll probably see a pretty balanced team that likes to attack and is really going to play that 5-man out, not to just shoot a bunch of threes, but I think it's going to be a lot of backdoor cuts. When you have the size that these guys do at these guards and wing positions, it gives you an opportunity to just really have some advantages if you're able to get a step on the rim, have their center have to rotate over if you completely break away. And then that's when you get your wide open threes. And then free throws, not something that, you ever want to have to worry about too much, but it is a good thing that Nebraska looks like they finally fixed their free throw issues. And usually that's one where it just kind of depends on the guys you recruited and what their history looks like. You can improve it, but it's such a mental thing. It's something that you got to start at a young age. By the time you get to Nebraska, trying to bump those free throw numbers up can be a tough thing. But last year they were solid. This year, I think it's going to be even better. And it's important because especially when you get to this D1 and we get to more of the Big Ten conference games, I mean, those free throws are brutal. And as we sit here with an 11-7 lead, we're 7 of 8 on free throws. Like this team, for whatever reasons in the past, some of the rosters has really struggled, and we've lost, like, you can count a handful of games just because of the free throws were so bad. This is at least a team where you feel pretty good. We saw in their last game with Connor Segan, they were, holding on to that league. It wasn't the greatest offensive showing, but they held on to enough of a lead at the end. Connor gets fouled intentionally multiple times, and I think he makes every one, but just one free throw. So that is a huge plus for him. Defensively, do you expect this to be one of the stingier defensive teams in the past, we'll say, since Fred Hoiberg got here?
I think so. Again, I think the guys that they've brought in, you got a guy coming from Wisconsin. They're kind of, I don't want to say they're not a bully ball, but they pick and choose. Their guards typically are very, very energetic. You got a 6'12" center who, I mean, hopefully, of course, hopefully that would help with rebounds or, tough shots and everything like that. You got two very good players in Williams and
Gary.
I can't think of it. Yeah, you got them coming back, but they're both energy guys and Linky and whatnot. So I definitely think with a lot of those taller guys, you expect, a lot better, on-ball defense, contested shots, offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds, because you have a lot of oak trees that are, playing above the rim down there and whatnot. So I definitely think of with Hoiberg's, what he brings to the table, what he goes after, what he looks like, what he looks for, and what they thrive on, what we've seen been building, in the years past and whatnot. With this group, a veteran group with an opportunity to do things, I definitely think they're gonna, be on more so of doing the right thing, doing all the little things and everything like that, and it'll pay off.
Yeah, and I think I'm with you. I think this defense is going to continue to. It's not, that's the style I think Fred Hoiberg envisioned when he first got this job, but we've seen him evolve and really start to change some of his philosophies for the better. I mean, we're seeing some of the best basketball under Fred Hoiberg with these Nebraska teams last year in particular. And if you can keep that kind of consistency now, especially on the defensive side, like last year, one of the trends I noticed was when this defense was clicking. I mean, we put teams in multiple scoring droughts where minutes would go by. And as we're talking here, even though, like I said, the offense, I'm not entirely sure how consistent it's going to be, but I think you can play good enough defense right now. Again, 11-7, but FDU's on an over 3-minute scoring drought. So this Nebraska team's great at putting these defensive stretches together. My biggest fear is this offense. Can it be efficient enough to keep them in these big games? Because especially when we get to tournament play, there's only so much defense you can do against really great teams. Like that Texas A&M team, I don't care how great of defense he played. They were just playing on top of their, out of their minds that night. And I always reference that game because that's just unfortunately basketball. Like there's going to be times where you can play great defense, but for whatever reason, they just got it that night and they're going to play better offense. So it's one, I worry about this team getting outscored. Where are you at confidence-wise with this Husker offense? As they're sitting here, again, they have the lead, but it's only 11-7 and 7 minutes of game has gone by, and that's the score.
I like what I'm seeing, but again, this is a new team. You lost some key pieces. You got some people that transferred out. You got some people that was done with eligibility. I think it's going to take a little bit to understand exactly who are the go-to guys in most situations and everything like that. I'm still expecting a tough for a team. I still think they'll play a lot closer. As you said like earlier, playing more so inside out more so than outside in. It just kind of who kind of takes over that role. I think Williams will probably be the number one option for stuff, or to kind of get him going early and whatnot. But you still have to play complementary basketball off of that and everything like that. It takes multiple pieces with things. So we don't necessarily know what this looked like. After 10, maybe 10, 12 games. 8 to 12 games, you can kind of understand tendencies a little bit more, or kind of what to expect. It's just a little bit too early now. It's a lot of pieces that came, and you got a hometown kid coming back home. How does he, light things up? You got, two guys that kind of took a hold of, the offensive, defensive, coming back and whatnot. So it just depends.
Yeah, I'm going to be curious to see. That's going to be the biggest challenge for me by far, is how good can this offense be? Like, do you have enough there with Bryce Williams and Juwan Gary kind of be in that, in my eyes? And it's going to evolve as the season goes on. But currently, Bryce Williams, he's a leading scorer, most of it off free throws. He is currently 1 for 4 on the night. And again, the team right now, they're Nebraska, as we're talking about, they're also on a drought, 3-minute drought. Of their last 5 shot attempts. If you're going to have this thing kind of be spearheaded by Bryce Williams, and it's not fair to Bryce Williams, but like, he's going to have to become a very efficient player, because the way this first few games has looked is it looks like we're trying to make this the Bryce Williams, I don't want to call it the Bryce Williams show, but use him as the guy to unlock everything. But if he's going to keep having these cold streaks, if he's a streaky player that like just doesn't work, you can't have a streaky guy try to be the one to unlock that offense. I don't mind if he's taking a lot of shots, but we're going to have to figure something out where I think some of these other guys are not necessarily, take over, but really find their role. And I think that's probably what made this Nebraska team so good last year, and why we had so many different leading scorers night by night, is the guys had a very good understanding on what their role was. And I think it's a big reason why that offense looked better as the season went by. How you get that win over Purdue. Like, you don't beat the number 1 team in the country and really shut down Edey in a way he hadn't been shut down all year if you don't have players 1 through 5, whether it's the subs or starters, knowing exactly what their role is. Because that's a great basketball team. And if you can scheme a way to shut down the best player in college basketball and the best team in college basketball and win it, and not only win it, but win it pretty convincingly, that's a system-oriented team. And I think right now the problem I'm seeing with Nebraska basketball is, like you said, I mean, it's just very early in the season. I trust Fred Hoiberg on getting this team to gel and have that cohesion. And it looks like they're starting to come back here a little bit in terms of just their shooting numbers. But for me, it's just the cohesion, and it's got to be there before we get to the real gritty part of the season. It'd be fantastic if it shows up in our 2 games away, or maybe even our next game. We got St. Mary's, who has always kind of been one of those powerhouse basketball schools.
Yep.
So for me, it's trying to just wrap my head around how good can this offense be? Who's going to be the best offensive player when the season's all said and done for Nebraska?
I don't know, because it depends on how things, how people are get used and whatnot. If you're playing inside out, I think the kid that transferred in from Wisconsin has a very good chance to do so. I mean, he's a 3-point specialist, so he'll probably be the guy that pull the trigger on a lot of set plays and everything like that. So you can throw his hat. It just depends on how consistent night in and night out. Like, is that his option? Is that his type of game going off? You got Bryce, where he is a streaky player, but this could be where once he kind of gets consistency, he kind of just consistently moves up. But I think it's definitely between those two. Just outside looking in right now, and like I said, we're gonna revisit this back in 8 or 9 games and kind of adjust. But I think those two are definitely 1A and 1B with who's it's going to be with.
Yeah, and that's I throw Juwan Gary, Bryce Williams. That's probably my 1-2. Connor Esteejan's a nice pick, because for me, I don't know what his role is going to be, but he showed a lot, especially in that last game where he wasn't making his points from the 3-point line. He didn't have it going on that day for whatever reason, but especially towards the end, late in the game in that second half, they saw him just kind of realize, like, I can sit here and try to keep taking these threes that they're giving me, but I'm bricking them, and we need to close out this game. So let me go for a higher percentage shot, and at least drive in, penetrate. And if he didn't take the layup, whatever, it's fine. He'd kick it out, at least break that defense up a little bit, and just not settle for 3-point shots. Like, it's a beautiful thing when a great 3-point shooter doesn't just settle for him anyways. Because when you're that good, that lane opens up with just one simple pump fake. And I do think last game, I was pretty impressed to see that part of his game. Because when you hear about it, the Wisconsin transfer, I mean, everyone's just thinking, all right, we got a 3-point shooter. It was nice to see him be, not just shooting from beyond the arc, but a two-way level or two-level way scorer where he'll cut it up inside, or he can take the three if it's open. And he's pretty damn efficient at it as well. 16-10. That is the score. I'll ask you one more thing, and then we'll wrap up on Nebraska basketball. And then I do want to dive into college football on the other side. We talked about the offense. The last question I got for you, defensively, who do you see leading this team?
Ooh. It's between the two dudes that are returning, Bryce and
Juwan Gary.
Yes, I think I felt like later on in the season, their offensive game got a whole lot of better, got way better as they did things on the defensive side. If that's a tough rebound, if that's a block shot, if that's a turnover and saving 2 points and everything like that, it kind of jump started things. So I think between one of those two, maybe the giant might be, but I don't think a lot of people will kind of test and drive and get to the paint. That's a particular style of basketball that doesn't really happen, in the Big Ten. I think the only team that was kind of really like that in the Big Ten last year was probably Illinois. They didn't care. They were as close as an A&M of getting, to the basket and whatnot. I don't think we'll see too many teams that will, you got a tree down there. I'm not going down there. But I think those two are definitely top contenders for that, just because they're going to have to be active. They're going to have to come up with, other ways to get the ball, turnovers in transition, or stealing the ball from, bigger guys that maybe not, as mobile or as agile as them. Help defense. They're overly aggressive and making sure they help out. They've shown that. So I think those two are in prime positions to put themselves to be seated for that.
I can see it. I'm going to throw this one out there, though. And this one, if you look at the stats, you're probably going to be like, no, if you're purely giving this award out to this fictional award of where we're deciding who's going to be the defensive leader, stat-wise, it's probably not going to be this guy. But I do think Sam Hoiberg is a gnat. And when he's used in crunch time situations, I don't think, if you're a guard, he's just one of those guys you probably sigh knowing that he's going to be just relentless the entire night, because Sam Hoiberg's one of those guys who, speaking of roles, he understands his role, and he understands that, how he earns a lot of his spot, in my opinion, on the court. It wasn't that run of scoring he had last season or even 2 seasons ago. It's the consistent defense. Like, even if he's not making a ton of shots, like, you always feel pretty safe when he's out there, whether he has the ball, even if he is taking some shots, he doesn't take bad shots. But his defense is relentless, and you'll see it a lot of times, especially in late game situations. If it's crunch time and they got a really good guard with good handles who can shoot the three, Sam Hoiberg's one of our better perimeter defenders that we've trusted over and over to go ahead and defend that guy. So stat wise, is he going to be that leader? Probably not. But I do think we've seen it last year. We'll see it more this year. When we get into those really tight games where we need to get stops, Sam Hoiberg's probably going to be on the court, and he's probably going to be guarding one of their best guards, as long as the size advantage isn't overwhelming. I hate using this game so much, but like Texas A&M is the one that you think of, because there was just such a size mismatch that the best you could do was try to get in front of them and take a charge. But otherwise, they were going to if they got to the lane, finish right over top. With that being said, though, we'll throw it to break. On the other side, I want to talk some college football. We're coming to the end of the season, regular season anyways. And last week we saw the start of it, but we're getting to the point where we can really take the black ink out and start crossing off some of these teams when it comes to the 12-team playoff format. So we'll talk about that. Some of the biggest games next week with the biggest implications. Don't go anywhere. Dumb Punt Hour with the host of Morning Pierson-El.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Hey guys, it's your girl Jordan from Sartor Heyman Jewelers. As you gear up for game day this season, don't forget the MVP in your life. Whether it's a ruby bracelet to show off for team spirit or a timeless Heartland diamond that shines from across the room, we've got the perfect play. Our experts at Sartor Heyman are here to help you make the winning move. Until next time, happy shopping, guys.
Now that Halloween is over and you're gearing up for Christmas, it's time to head to Tailored Life in Bennett to get ready with local shopping. Make the short drive down Highway 2 for tons of items for your home for both indoors and outdoors. Check out their variety of Christmas trees in all different colors. Plus, many other fall and winter holiday items and landscape lighting to enhance the outside of your home. Don't forget their home goods for indoors, plus convenient drinks and snacks, most of which are produced locally. Visit Tailored Life today in Bennett and stay tuned to their Facebook page at Tailored Life 360 for food truck events coming up.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, wanting to thank you all again for your continued service. November is off and running. Check this out. Get up to $12,000 off or 0% financing on select new vehicles. We have great lease specials with new Trax and Trailblazers starting at $299 per month and new Blazer EVs leasing for $399. Great payments, discounts, and of course, 0% financing. So make that short drive down 144th Street or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did. All finance with approved credit, leases with $2,500 down.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Hey guys, it's Austin with 93.7 The Ticket. Tune in Thursday night starting at 6:30 for Thursday Night Football. We're bringing you a key NFC East game between the Philadelphia Eagles and Washington Commanders. Philly leads the division by just a half game over Washington. The Eagles are coming off a 28-point road win over rival Dallas, while Washington hits the road after dropping a 1-point game to Pittsburgh. Catch Thursday night's game and all the biggest NFL games right here on Lincoln's home for the NFL, 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Salt Mine City is now open at 8th and R in the Haymarket. Come check out Lincoln's newest brewery with 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager, Brick Street Amber Wheat, and so many more. There's daily drink specials like $1 off Moscow Mules on Tuesdays, $6 IPAs on Fridays, and $6 Bloody Marys on Saturdays. Stop by Tuesday through Thursday from 4 to 9 p.m., Fridays 4 to 11 p.m., Saturdays 11 a.m. to 11 p.m., and Sundays from noon to 8 p.m. It's Salt Mine City, Lincoln's newest brewery at 8th and R.
Automotive Solutions is Lincoln's one-stop shop for all your vehicle needs, from vinyl wraps to engine repair and maintenance. Automotive Solution offers fleet services as well as printing and graphic design for vinyl applications, plus installation of vinyl for boats, trucks, cars, and anything else you want wrapped. Perfection is their standard, and they never settle for less. Call today at 531-249-5600 or go to automotivesolutionslincoln.com to learn more. That's Automotive Solutions, 2040 Southwest 5th Street in Lincoln.
All right, Rico, let's do the final checklist before we head out. We have a lot of people coming to the tailgate today.
I'm ready.
Burgers?
Check.
Chips?
Check.
Icy cold beer?
Check. Except this one.
I'm forgetting something. Wait a second. Where's the Führer's cheese spread?
I can't stop eating it.
Rico,
Relax. I always pack extra. It's the biggest hit of the tailgate.
For the best appetizer, party dip, and tailgate snack, load up on Führer's cheese spread today in most local grocery stores.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey guys, it's Nick Sainer. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday night from Concordia University as we bring you Class B playoff action as the Seward Blue Jays host the Omaha Catholic Skyhawks. Seward survived a scare against Gretna East last Friday and now face a 10-1 Skyhawks squad who defeated Waverly 38-21 on Friday. It's semifinal Friday with a trip to the Class B title on the line as the 2-seed Seward Blue Jays face the number 3 seed Omaha Catholic Skyhawks this Friday at 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Don't Punt Hour. Shout out to Teammates Mentoring for sponsoring Ticket Weeknights and basically all of our Ticket Weeknights programming. So again, shout out, sign up, be a teammate today. You won't regret it. If you got time, like I said, you don't have to spend a ton of time there. You're not there to teach them math, science, or even reading. You're just there to hang out and be someone there that they can talk to and just hang out for just a little bit of time. I believe it's anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour for those sessions. And a lot of businesses I know will even go ahead and give you that hour off work so you can go and do it. Mention Teammates. A lot of places in Lincoln are aware and associated with them, at least in terms of understanding, giving their employees an hour worth asking to your employer if time is a concern for you. With that being said, though, let's bring the morning Pierson-El back in here. College football, we're getting to the point where they're officially shaping up, the mold setting in, how this 12-team playoff is going to look. And I just want to go through some games here of high interest that I think a lot of people are going to be locked on because, like I said, I mean, there's not a lot of time here left for things to shake it out. And there isn't games where you're seeing really high-ranked opponents get to knock each other off, but you do got some potential upsets that are always intriguing to look at. So the very first one, we'll just go through these ranked opponents here. It's not the most intriguing one out there. Number 2, Ohio State versus Northwestern. Any chance for Northwestern to come out there and shock Ohio State? It is at Northwestern's temporary field.
Absolutely not. No chance. No.
Can you guess the spread?
Probably 30 points.
Not close. 28.5. Yeah, I got no faith for it. Sorry, Northwestern. I am excited, though. I've been saying this all year. I love watching Northwestern home games this year. Such an unusual, eerie place to go play a football game. And if it was a Pac-12 school, that weather might be bothersome, but Ohio State's used to it. They're not going to give a damn. I got Ohio State, probably even covering the spread. All right. This one, depending on how you look at it, could be interesting, potential upset. You got number 3 Texas versus Arkansas, but it is in Arkansas.
Ooh. That potentially, yes, because for whatever reason, Arkansas is a tough team. That's not typically an easy team to go against, and playing down in Fayetteville. Ooh, I can see it happening. I don't think it's a strong a really strong chance, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened.
What's the upset meter at? Well, me and Brewington used to put it on a Richter scale that, 10 is you're leveled unless you're getting out of the state. You're not going to make it through. 5 is get inside, get under a desk probably.
I would say like a 3.5, 4, somewhere in there.
Oh, okay. So there's not a real threat of potential upset then.
I mean, if Texas doesn't play well and everything like that, and the perfect storm or whatnot,
so
Arkansas is going to play Arkansas football. Like they're going to play you tough. It's not easy. But Texas has kind of been on a tear. They look, even better than they were, at the beginning of the season. So I expect Texas to win, but if an upset does happen, I'm like, I can see it.
Yeah, I'm not. This one's tough because it wouldn't be an upset of crazy magnitude if Arkansas pulled it off, but I'd probably put it at 4. I'm pretty confident because of what you said. Texas, they've been rolling pretty good right now for a while lately too. I think this is a game, even if they don't cover the spread, I think Texas is going to be just fine and be able to pull this one out. I put it like a 4, maybe just run through the drill, the game plan with the kids before you go to bed tonight, but I don't think the upset's probably too bad of an issue. To number 4, Penn State on the road at Purdue. That's kind of the theme. You got these ranked opponents up the top on the road this weekend.
No, I think Penn State will be fine. They have everything that they want in front of them. They just can't, lose anything, even if they don't get to the Big Ten championship. I think as long as they win out, they'll still be in the playoffs, and that's been, that's been their crossroads for the past couple of years. Now you're literally sitting, with your future in your hands. But I don't think Purdue gets it done.
No, sorry, Purdue. I think they've lost a ton of confidence. After getting shellacked by Ohio State, what was it, 48-0? That's tough. I mean, to try to pull out of that one mentally, and now you got another ranked opponent coming your way, it does not spell good for them. This is 1-0. 0 plan for upset. I don't see any chance Purdue being able to pull it off. We've seen Purdue pull off these kind of upsets, but it seems like that was quite a while ago. It hasn't been quite the same. You could probably say these past 4 years. Those upsets are further and further between. This one, probably the best game of the week. Number 7, Tennessee at number 12, Georgia. So you got Georgia at 12 hanging on to the playoffs by a thread. If they drop another game here and now have 3 losses, they're probably not making it to the playoffs. Yeah, you can check them off.
That's it.
It's at Georgia.
I think what happened with last week with Georgia, I think Georgia will come out and try their best to embarrass you. I don't think Tennessee has enough firepower to get the job done. Tennessee's a good team. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah, they are.
I just don't think. I don't think this is the year that they can do it. Georgia just lost to who?
Ole Miss.
Yeah, they're not on the level of Ole Miss. So I got Georgia still pulling it out. If anything, they're pissed off and kind of now you need to, because you still might not get in the SEC championship. So now you need to make a statement on why you need to. So I think you get, this is you poke the bear, and kind of this is kind of the consequences of what you get.
Yeah,
for the rest of college football.
You never want to play a pissed off Georgia, and I think that's what they're going to be. I mean, this is it. This is a cornered animal in Georgia. Like they got to win out here, and they know it. If they still want to be in these playoffs, they're sitting at 12. They're hanging on by the absolute thread right now. Can you guess the spread, knowing that it is in Georgia?
I'll probably say 12 or 14.
You're close. 10. Georgia obviously favored in this one, being at home. But on top of it, Ole Miss is a weird team. Like, that loss doesn't hurt them as bad as people think. It hurts because you can't lose anymore. You're out.
Yeah.
But it was a good enough team that they can still hang on if they take care of business. And we've seen this with Kirby Smart in Georgia, that they've responded really well to tough losses and adversity. This has been one of the more interesting Georgia teams. You look at the game with Kentucky, you look at the Alabama game, you look at the loss to Ole Miss. I mean, they're playing really good football, but they've had a few hiccups that we're just not used to seeing, especially against Ole Miss. That was one where it was just kind of surprising to see a Georgia team be held that ineffective. Where are you at with their quarterback in Beck?
Not impressed. No, not impressed. Georgia has had some quarterbacks that has come through their program and, really turned some heads. Even the guy that's with the Rams, I can't even think of his name. I think Stetson or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I wasn't too impressed with him. And this quarterback, I don't know, for some odd reason, he makes me scratch my head. I'm not 100% believing what you're saying. I don't. At times he plays well, and he's battled back with things, but for whatever reason, it's just not all clicking.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it's just he's kind of been the biggest problem for that team, and he's not playing a horrible. Yes. It's not like he's played what we saw with Sims for the Huskers, but when you're a program that's that good and you have that many great weapons at wide receiver and running back and one of the best offensive lines, that's a JJ McCarthy dialed up year. I just will hit the right buttons. I don't need to do too much, and that's why that Michigan run was so good. Was the quarterback didn't really, again, their MO is also running the football, but he didn't have to do a whole lot.
I mean, Georgia can beat up if they really want to, and they don't. So
that's what I think they need to do, though. That's where I'm at with this team. If you don't want to drop any more games, I think Tennessee has a shot just simply because the quarterback's been a little iffy.
Yeah, but the rest of Georgia, their defense is still going to keep them in games. You're telling me you're talking about the same Georgia team that battled back from being down. No, that Georgia was down. They were down in one game. I can't remember if it was Bama or Texas. I think it was Bama. Or Bama might have been down or whatnot.
It was Bama.
I don't know, because it's still Kirby Smart, and I'm not feeling Tennessee. I don't. They're a good team, but I just don't know. Like I said, you poked the bear with Georgia losing last week. And Kirby, not Lane Kiffin understands Kirby. They come from the same tree, thinking and everything like that. That's just a clash of type. This is the clash of little brother versus big brother type feeling, and it's at times it's not a challenge. That's how I kind of feel about this game.
Oof. I'd give it a 70-30 tilt in favor of Georgia. I just think Tennessee, they're good enough to where I'll give them a chance, but if I was a betting man, I'd definitely go Georgia. I wouldn't pick Tennessee to spice up my parlay or whatever the hell you want to do. But no, I don't see Tennessee too big in this one. There's a window open, but I got Georgia as well. All right, last one before we go to break. This one might not be super interesting if you're not, a big fan of college football, but if you just even take a look at the odds, you got number 7 BYU at home playing Kansas, but the spread is not what you'd expect just by glancing off of it. It's 2.5. And they do got BYU favored, but Kansas coming on the road to BYU and only being, not favored by 2.5. What's your thoughts on this one?
I don't know what algorithm Vegas has going on. Kansas is 3-6.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm hoping you see something I don't.
I'm right there with you. I know BYU has kind of, graced by people and whatnot, but it's one of them close games to where BYU can get caught, looking past them. I think this is definitely a trap game. It's a late night game.
Oh, I see. They came off beating Iowa State. That's where a lot of this is coming from.
Probably. So I mean, I feel like this out of all the matchups, this would be. I would be interested in taking Kansas in this one. BYU is skint by some of these teams. They faced Utah. Utah was pretty well, and I mean we've heard what the AD said about that and everything like that. So I can see it. Utah, that altitude might hurt Kansas though. That's going to be a real thing. That's an ugly game though. I do not like that game.
Yeah,
I do not like that. That is ugh.
Well, I'm looking at Kansas, and I'm making sense of the algorithm here. If you go look at Kansas games, and maybe why it's only 2.5, they lose to Illinois 17-23. They lose to UNLV 23-20. They lose to West Virginia 28-32. They lose to TCU the first decent spread 38-27. But then they lose to Arizona State by 4. They blow out Houston. They lose to Kansas State by 2. And
They're all close games.
All of them are close, and that's what I'm drawing. Outside of 3 football games this year, they're all to the wire.
They're battle tested. They definitely are battle tested, and I can definitely see this coming as an upset.
I like it. I'm going to take that as well. Give me the Rock Chalk Jayhawks. I think they actually pulled this one out. I'll give that a good old 8 on the Richter scale in terms of upset level. Looking at it in this Kansas team, that record is not a good indication about how good this team I think really is. They fight till the very end. Wouldn't be surprised if BYU pulls it out anyways, but I think it'd probably be an ugly game, but an entertaining one nonetheless. All right, we'll throw it to our final break here. We'll talk a little more college football before we get out of here and switch it over to Off the Field with Kendall Lanier. Harrison Arns on the 1s and 2s. DeMarnie Pierson-El on the LVIP line. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
I'm Karen Carr. I've been a realtor for 31 years. When I made a company change 12 years ago, I chose Lincoln First Realty, now NP Dodge. It's the oldest independently owned realty company in the country. Since becoming NP Dodge, we've continued our tradition of community involvement. Our management and staff are always available to offer support in marketing, technology, social media, and educational opportunities.
Expand your career with NP Dodge. Call Eric at 402-434-2222.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather.
Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, showers likely throughout the day. It'll be breezy too with an afternoon high around 54. Tonight, mostly clear skies with an overnight low near 33. And tomorrow, we'll see more sunshine return along with lighter winds. An afternoon high around 59. I'm meteorologist Kyle Fletcher for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Real people.
Press 4 to break my heart. Oh wait, you already did.
Visit allofiber.com to switch today.
Looking for a financial partner that truly makes a difference? Modern Woodman is a member-owned fraternal financial services organization. We can help you plan for all stages of life, from protection to saving to retirement. We also offer member benefits, social activities, and volunteer opportunities to help your family and community.
I'm Sean Erickson, your Modern Woodman representative in Lincoln. Call me at 402-483-6515 to start the conversation.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, two-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at windowworldlincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Leaves are falling and the temperatures are cooling down, but don't put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Leagues are underway with winter leagues beginning December 1st. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your holiday, birthday, or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Book a tee time today or learn more at doubleeagle.golf. Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Hey, ticket listeners, spend your Husker football Saturday at the P. Dale Pub in Pleasantdale, as the Jay Foreman postgame show will be broadcasting live for 90 minutes immediately after the Nebraska-USC football game. Ribeyes are on special for as long as supplies last, with plenty of cold beer on tap to enjoy during and after a Husker victory against the Trojans. It's the Jay Foreman postgame show, live from the P. Dale Pub in Pleasantdale, this Saturday, immediately following the Nebraska football game on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and is currently searching for journeyman plumbers to join their team. Experience is preferred, but not required for all applicants. When you join the team at Davis Plumbing, you'll receive full benefits package with paid time off. Join a small local business doing big things in Lincoln and surrounding areas. Apply today by calling 402-525-6922 or find them on social media. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
Hey everyone, Lance here with Black Label. We specialize in creating custom crafted decks, pergolas, patio covers, and more. Plus, our retractable screens, gazebos, and patio enclosures create the ultimate outdoor retreat. With over 50 years of combined experience, we're not just builders, we're creators of unforgettable memories.
Call them today at 402-730-6333 or visit blacklabelbuilt.com for a free consultation.
Let's turn your backyard dreams into reality.
Black Label Built, built to serve, built to last.
This is the Don't Punt Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Powered by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, DeMornay Pierson-El.
All right, welcome back in. Final segment, Don't Punt Hour with the host, as always, DeMornay Pierson-El on the Allo VIP line. We don't got a ton of time left, but wrapping things up, and I intentionally tucked this one in the very back of the show, is this might be one of the dumbest stories that the owner is letting it become dumber by the day. DeMornay Pierson-El, are you aware of the Cowboys blinds in their stadium problem that's been bubbling over?
Yeah, that's been an issue for a little minute. It is it's not easy for that to happen. I've been on that field trying to catch punts or tracking the football is not easy.
Is it an actual home field advantage? I mean, that's Jerry Jones's whole argument.
I mean, I don't think so because for 2 other quarters, your team is going to have to deal with it too. So, not really. Home field advantage is in Miami, where Miami's in the shade and they put their opponents in the sun and bake all day. That's home field advantage, not you getting necessarily the same thing in the same thing as them.
Yeah, like you see, Miami has a legit home field advantage, especially if it's during a day game, because they will cook that other team out in the sun. They don't get none of that shade. And that's, to me, legit home field advantage. Here's Jerry Jones's words. Every venue has certain things that at certain ways and times in contests can create an advantage. That really goes on the category of home field advantage. I don't want to adjust it for one reason, because it is an advantage for us. I don't know where he's getting this. It's an advantage. I mean, it's a net neutral, sure. I've just never. They have curtains that they pull out for venues, but they will not pull them out for this football game because the owner thinks this is a real home field advantage. Is that we will occasionally blind the other team, even if it's going to blind us the other half of the time. Is there any reasoning with that? I mean, I'm trying to be open-minded here, but this just seems like a really stupid hill to die on.
Jerry doesn't like being told what to do.
That sounds right.
Regardless of what you think and everything like that, he's not going to do it. So I don't understand exactly what advantage of it it may bring or whatnot. Like I said, I mean, your team is going to get blind just as well. I mean, CD literally ran right past, a touchdown. So I don't. Jerry's Jerry. That's the best way to explain that.
Yeah, I'm just always blown away. Yeah, man, to be a Cowboys fan and have to hear these stories on a weekly basis this year has just got to be brutal. Jerry Jones versus the blinds. What a dilemma. Yeah. That's where we are in sports.
One other thing, your quarterback got benched, didn't he? You didn't want to bring that up.
What are you talking about? We're out of time here, Damari Pierson-El. We're out of time.
Okay.
Bring out the Tyson Bagent jersey. Yeah, we'll talk about it. Don't worry. I'll let you talk about it tomorrow. Appreciate you guys listening. Damari Pierson-El, I'll let you go here. Appreciate the time as always. We'll do it again tomorrow.